All right, and welcome to the TSG Multimedia video podcast for April 1st. Dan, it's April Fool's Day.
It is.
This is my special day. Right? This is John standing here with
Dan.
as usual, on the SP rail yard, I suppose, this time.
Yeah.
These look like some kind of SD units. What are they?
These are SD40T-2s.
Okay.
Otherwise known as tunnel motors.
Right.
And these are all Athearn ready-to-roll models that I've modified and detailed. I got them because somebody posted on our Facebook page a question about SP diesels, and if I'd built it or was planning any more or something like that. I forget the exact wording, but anyway, I thought I'd show them off a little bit. This one, 8277, is the one that we did for the HO Weathering and Detailing Diesels video series.
Oh, right. The upcoming video that we've been working on for so long.
Right. These are all done as they would have appeared in the, say, mid-1990s, as near as I could tell by, scouring photos and things like that. But this one, obviously, it's got ditch lights. It's got the glass lights blanked over, the gyro lights removed, and so on. And so I did a lot of work to that one. New snowplow, lots of air filters and plumbing on the under the sill and brake lines, and I replaced the radiator or dynamic brake fans with Canon fans because they looked better, and did a lot to it.
Yeah, and you can see all that stuff on the upcoming video. I remember videotaping this one took a while.
Right. This was a fairly involved build. Plus, I made it dirty because, well, it's a tunnel motor and it's
SP. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, SP had the dirtiest trains in the world.
Right. In fact, it probably could even be dirtier.
This is after it ran through the wash.
Yeah,
a couple times.
But anyway, so that was the one we did for the video. But at the end of each segment, we want to do run-by shots. And I had these other ones, and I really, I remember seeing these things going over Donner Pass, and they rarely ever saw one by itself.
I couldn't pull a train over Donner
Well,
Pass
no,
by itself,
the only
right?
time you'd see one by itself is usually if it was a helper on the end of the train or something.
Right, or maybe a light move.
Yeah, if you maybe, but it was pretty rare. Usually you saw them in groups, So I decided I better build the other ones that I had, so it would have some company.
Yeah.
So 8283 is actually almost identical. In fact, this is what we called sort of semi-seriously our stunt engine while we were filming this, because sometimes we use this one as a stand-in because it might be in a slightly different phase of construction, and it just for the purposes of filming, it was easier to sometimes show whatever thing we were filming on this one rather than this one because they were otherwise identical. Obviously, now they're not quite identical because this one has a beacon, no ditch lights, it also has lost its gyro lights, and I did all the same things to it, though otherwise pretty much, as regards to plumbing and plow and all that. They also have like the Canon diamond plate tread on them, on the decks, and
the 8283 looks a lot cleaner too, actually.
Yeah, I may weather that one some more. Although the photo I have of it, I have a photo of it in Roseville in 1995, and it didn't look all that filthy at least at that point. So I may weather it a little more, but not too much more.
So what's the story with the one on the left?
The one on the left is a cotton belt unit. It's 8375. Now this one, I found a photograph of this one from 1993, and it still had all its lights. So I modeled it that way. Again, I did all the same things with, replace the plow, MU hoses, fans, all that. And also changed the L-shaped windows so that they're now the replacement windows that SP eventually put in that were two pieces instead of the original one piece. And we talk about all that on the video. Essentially, all the same techniques applied to all three models. It's just some variation in detail. But this is also the cotton belt units, one of the snoot models, with the longer nose.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was those three. And I also had another one, which is Denver and Rio Grande Western 5371, which is the real 5371, I think, had the distinction of being the last Rio Grande tunnel motor operating on the Union Pacific.
Oh, wow. But not anymore, or is it?
No, it was. I think they actually ended up donating it to a museum.
Oh, that's good, though. At least it got, used somehow.
Yeah, but it ran up until the, I don't know, 08, 09, something like that, I think, before they got rid of it. But I think in about 1995 it lost its nose gyrolight, but I modeled it with the gyrolight. I found a picture in 94 which had the gyrolight, and that was good enough for me. So I'm not so strict on dates. It's like I'd rather model the engine
the way you like it?
The way I like it, yeah.
That makes sense. It's your railroad. You should have what you want, right?
Yeah. But anyway, this one, now I don't know if, probably Rio Grande wasn't still using the glass lights by that date, but I did make them work since they were there. And the number boards light up, the headlight obviously works, the gyro light. And again, I did all the same things with the fans and the deck plating and plumbing. I added, I don't know if you could see it, but I added a re-railing frog on both sides, which was a thing the Rio Grande carried around a lot.
Is that orange thing? Kind of midway, or not even midway, but right by the fuel tank, kind of?
Yeah, it's a tool. If they had a minor derailment, they could use that to help pull the car back on the track. And a different, Rio Grande's had a smaller plow, so I used that, and just general detailing and weathering again. But anyway, with all four of them, it makes a nice Rio Grande merger era tunnel motor set.
Oh, so this is going to be the four that we use for the run by?
Yeah, that was the plan. That's
going to look really cool.
Yeah. So, and it would be pretty prototypical, I think, because you used to see between. It was about, I think it was 1988 when the Rio Grande and SP sort of merged. And between then and the time that UP bought everything, you used to see Rio Grande diesels mixed with SP pretty freely. Yeah. So I think it'll be a cool looking train.
I can think about it now. I've seen some patched Rio Grande units on UP on the tracks that we've filmed.
Yeah, we filled a couple. I know.
They're still around. In Martinez, I saw one.
I remember that too.
Took a picture of it too.
So. Yeah, we got some pictures of that. Yeah. Those are GP40-2s.
Right, without the T?
Yeah. No, there was no GP. Well, there was a GP15-1.
Oh, was that a tunnel motor too?
Well, they call them a baby tunnel motor, mostly because they use the same type of radiator section arrangement in the back, although it's much smaller.
Right.
But they weren't really designed to be tunnel motors. I don't know why they did them that way, but anyway.
Someone really wanted to have something that they could call a baby. That's why.
Yeah, because they do kind of look like a little shrunk down tunnel motor.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think it'll be a pretty cool run by when we get them all together.
That'll look neat.
Yeah, all of them have Loc-Sound Select sound decoders and DCC, and they're all set up pretty much the same way that way. So here's a couple more.
These look familiar.
Yeah, this is let's jump forward in time here from the 90s to the
what was it, 2007?
2008, I think.
2008?
Yeah. These are 557 is another model that we did on the HO Weathering and Detailing video series. It's an Atlas B40-8W that I made it look just like an engine that we saw coming through Niles in 2008 when we filmed a day at Niles.
That's the cover, isn't it?
It is.
557 is a shot I took over the diamond.
Yeah. And so again, I wanted to do some run-bys when these are finished, and the other engine that 557 was running with was a GP60M number 134.
Oh, and what do you know? There it is.
So the GP60M is an Athearn ready-to-roll model that I got and actually did quite a bit of work to. For one thing, I had to change the number because they didn't offer it as 134. Surprisingly enough, Atlas did actually offer 557 all decorated already.
Yeah, what are the chances of that?
Yeah.
Just happened to be the one that we filmed.
Yeah, so that was an easy one, but the 134 I had to actually take the original number off and redo it.
That's something else you can see. You can see how to do all that stuff on the detailing and weathering HO locomotives that we're going to be coming out with here, probably sometime this year, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. So, anyway, I just wanted to show these off because this is. I mean, I did all kinds of detailing on here. I replaced the air tanks on the side. I did a lot of work on the underside with plumbing and air filters, and totally redid the fuel tank and put in a Canon dynamic brake fan so it looks better, and added the, like the rear view mirror and windshield wipers and grab irons up here, and they're not on right now, but the number boards actually work now, and lit up the ditch lights and headlights with LEDs, added the MU cable, changed the snow plow.
Jeez.
I mean, and I added diamond plate tread to this too. You can't really see it from here, but I totally redid the brake recess because it was basically just like an indent. So I actually cut it out and used some Canon parts and some Details West parts to make an actual brake ratchet assembly in there, and painted it. So it's quite a bit of work on this one as well as this one, and of course all that so that this one would have a partner when it was running. Well, I was trying to recreate the same or similar train to what we actually saw when we filmed that day.
Yeah, we'll have to review that video and try to get a similar concept too. That would be kind of cool.
It was there was a couple of, I think behind the engines there were a couple of center beam cars, and then there was some auto racks or something like that. I have to look at the photos again too.
I don't think we need to recreate the whole train, but
no.
We have enough of it to.
I'm just I have center beam cars and I have auto racks, so we can create something close.
Yep.
So
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Looking forward to when we can actually do the run by filming, because that means we'll be almost done with the video.
Yeah, and
getting close now. So
like this one is also equipped with a Look Sound select sound decoder, all DCC and all that. So it's I think it's a pretty good little model now. I ended up having to redo the end handrails too, because it's one of my criticisms of Athearn is the handrails on them are a little bit delicate, and if you have to take them off, like if you want to put the diamond plate tread on and then you try to reassemble them, sometimes they don't go back together so well. And they ended up getting to the point where I had to make new ones from brass wire and brass stanchions, and used a little piece of chain for that part. And I think I replaced the ditch light housings with aftermarket parts, because the original ones weren't all that great looking. So anyway, those are all lit with LEDs, and the ditch lights are lit with surface mount LEDs, and this one is lit with a 3mm LED inside the engine.
I just noticed something a little bit unusual about that orange unit there. What I noticed is the headlights offset just a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Which is probably another one of those realism things that you had to do to it, huh?
No, it was like that.
Oh, was it really? I'm so surprised.
Yeah. GP60Ms are just built that way.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Whoa. It's getting rude.
Yeah, I haven't. One of the things I haven't done with this yet is to fix all the sound volumes, because the Look Sound Selects, you can adjust all the different volumes of different noises that it makes, like the little clicking thing it's doing, or I think that's actually this one, but and the little random noises that come on. I usually turn those down, but I haven't gone through this one and set it up that way yet completely.
So I learned something new, though. I did not know that those locomotives all have offset lights like that. I don't remember ever seeing one in person like that. So
I think
cool.
I think maybe it's because they have an access door here, and maybe so that opens. They had to
make sense.
I don't know, but yeah, they're all like that. The GP60M was a model that was only built for Santa Fe.
Oops, there it goes again.
Yeah, there it goes again. And then, of course, BNSF, inherited them.
Right.
But otherwise, I think they're pretty much like a standard GP60, other than the cab.
Very good. Well, I guess that we will log out then, and we'll see you next time on May 1st. It'll be May Day.
Yeah.
So all our podcasts seem to come up on special days like that.
Yeah.
We had April Fool's Day, we got May Day. I mean, geez. Now it's getting a little impatient.
Yeah.
So, and also, please remember, if you have a question or a comment, to email it to us at podcast@tsgmultimedia. Don't just leave comments in the YouTube section, because we probably won't see them.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.